Right, we are, I won't tell you where we are because it's Amy's little village and we don't want nobody creeping up on her in the middle of the night. So we are somewhere in England. We're building a 3x3. It's a garden office. It's going to have a door there. It's going to have a window there. We've already put the rods in yesterday. It's going to be quick. Everybody's on this job. We've had a little teeny break of COVID outbreak, so we're a couple of men down. What we're going to do, we're going to drop in these timbers. They are treated, they are 4x3s. As I said before, they are wall plates. What they do, they sit on the inside skin of your breeze block in your house, and then your timber rafters are cut into there. But what we do, we get them pressure treated. We use them for our perimeter timbers. Like I said, they're 4x3. They'll sit on these rods. Adam's going round with the laser. He's using the staff. He's locking Adam. They're both Adams. Adam Lally is using the laser. Adam Hunter is locking off the double nuts. You can see there the double nuts. They're locked off. The steel shoes will sit on them. So let's get back to this when I find the drill bit that I've just lost. Right. I bought this Milwaukee. Emmy, what is it? Milwaukee what?
M18 FPD2.
Yeah? Right, it's ridiculously fast and powerful and tiny as well. I mean, if you take the battery off, it's like a little 12-volt drill. Anyway, like I said before, we have not got any affiliation with any tool companies whatsoever. So if you're watching this and you're from Milwaukee, this is a beast. You can send us some more and we'll promote the hell out of it. We're using a 25mm speed drill bit in there as well. There you go, that will do that all day long. It's not even remotely getting warm. Powers through there, absolutely no problem. So there you go, it's a Milwaukee, it's 18 volt. It's got 5 amp battery in, it's absolutely a beast, and that's what we're going to use instead of the Hikoki 240 volt drill. We're going to use that plug-in. What we're going to do then, can you pass me my helmet please down there, thank you. We're now going to use the chainsaw. We're going to rebait the timber like that, so when the nut goes down it actually sits below the level of the timber. One of you guys pointed out to me before that when you first seen us we used to use a saw and a chisel, which we did. We've obviously advanced a little bit. Have anybody got any glasses for me?
Sean's got mine.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to rebait these out. Adam, will you hold that timber please? There you go, that's what's happened there. So what I've rebaited that out, the nut will wind down now, and when we put the Air Protect over the top of there, it will stay flush and it will keep the Air Protect level. We've also put a weed membrane down. Like I said, it's going to be fast, it's going to be quick, you're going to have to keep track of it. I know I speak quickly, and some of you struggle with my accent, but there you go. So there you go, that's what we've used. M24, they're galvanised, they're in concrete. The nuts are galvanised as well. The steel shoes have been cut round the front. If anyone wants to follow me around here, I'll show you. The steel shoes are 100 by 50. They're 6 inches long. We're using the mag drill, Evolution mag drill there. We're going to drill the 25mm holes out with them. And then we're also going to use the Evolution chop saw to cut the steel as well. Over there, Ash is running down the OSB because, of course, OSB, or the OSB we get, is imperial and not metric. Plasterboards are metric, so we have to cut the OSB to meet the plasterboards when we put our 400 centres on. Let's go back around here. It's raining. It's a fucking crap day. That's the 4x2 CLS for the back walls and side walls. On this one, because he's only having a door, we're not putting 5x2 on the front. We're not going to put a steel in. We're going to put a double 5x2 timber lintel in and bolt that as well. There's the 4x2 treated for the base. Also going to have some decking on there as well. So you can see it's 3x3. It's going to sneak into his garden at the bottom. What we're going to do, as soon as we've got this base on, we'll drop his joist in, then we'll insulate with some 100mm insulation. Okay, you get everything there? Right, so as I said before, it's absolutely peeing it down. I've cut the timbers, we've drilled them, we've chainsawed them. There's no shoes on, Amy? They're cutting the shoes. What happens is the steel shoe sits on the threaded bar like so, then the timber sits on that, and then the nut winds down, and then what we'll do then, we'll then cut off the threaded bar, and then we can get our floor in. Right, so Amy's cutting the 4x2. It's treated joist. It's actually 4x2. It finishes at 100mm. I know some of you struggle to do that. 100mm, so the 100mm insulation will fall on there as well then. What's happening then is we are then fitting joist hangers on them. Can I have a twist nail, please? We're fitting joist hangers on them. That's a joist hanger, and we're fitting them with these twist nails. Yep. Okay. Where we can't get them in, where they've landed on the shoe, we'll put in 250mm screws. I'll just show you one of them. Amy, is there a 250mm screw anywhere, please?
Yes, there's a box. Ash, where'd you put your box?
Thank you. So 250mm screw. What happens with them? We'll also screw them. There's two in there. That ties the corners in together. We'll do that. We'll tie the middles in together as well. So there's a 250mm screw in there. And because we can't get a joist hanger on there, we'll put two 250mm screws in there as well. So what'll happen now is we'll finish cutting off these rods with the angle grinder, 9-inch angle grinder. We'll go around, we'll get all the 4x2s in. The bays are 400. We've cut the insulation at 400, so that'll sit in there as well. Amy, we need some slate lats to go under here as well before it's too late. We'll put some slate lats under to carry the insulation, stop the insulation falling down as well. So I'm going to bring around the slate lats. They're also a treated batten. When I say slate lats, they're a roofing timber. They're 2x1. That will then fix to the bottom of the 4x2, and that'll hold the insulation and stop the insulation falling down. Somebody's already pre-cutting the foil backed PIR insulation. It's 100mm thick. That'll go in the floor. It's foil backed. That's what you need to put in your floor, not rock wool. This guy out there on the front there, he's cutting them. We've also cut the OSB to size. As I said before, it's imperial and it needs cut to metric. Right, floor's down, it's insulated. We've put slated battens beneath that. We're now putting Aga Protect chipboard flooring on the floor. It's 22mm, it's best on the market. We're the only company using Aga Protect. Aga Protect rang me up the other day and they said they've noticed a spike in sales purely down to YouTube and our self-build group on Facebook. So we are impacting, and Kingspan ran me as well, so we're making an impact in the market. What we're going to do, we're going to screw it down. We're going to use 5-minute glue. We're using these 60mm screws. We're also going to use these drill bits, as the guy who made them called. He reckons they're unbreakable, so we're going to see what happens with them. Ash, don't put them too close to edge because you can't get your next flooring. Right, so chipboard flooring, you put your floor in, it's like laminate floor. Your offcut from there goes over there. What we will do as well, somebody got a pencil? Thank you. If we're going to mark where the joists are, because when our next board goes down, we need to know where to screw. We won't screw right at the edge because it stops that board from going in, but once that other board is in, we will then screw there and screw there. It'll have 5-minute glue run down there as well. Has anyone brought one yet? No. Yes. Oh! Yo! Right! Okay, how many screws, Ash?
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 screws, and he's broke one already. Mine's still going strong. Adam's not done any screws yet.
5, so.
Right. Okay, it might be a faulty one. Let's try the rest. Yeah. You want to get some 5-minute glue on that joint, Adam? Yeah. Up! Broke. Right. Get me the box out. Adam, get me the box of the drill bits out of the garage, please. It's just on the little barbecue shelf thing there.
Are you upset?
No, I'm not upset. I'm not upset at all. Right, so I got these sent through the post. They are Storm Impact Series drill bits. Unbreakable. We've already broke 2 and there's not even 20 screws in. So to the guy who made them, I think you need to have a little rethink. Thank you. Okay, right, so the glue's gone off. We've had breakfast, it's rained, we've cleaned it off. We used a 5-minute polyurethane glue. Aga Protect say we need to be using their polyurethane glue, but it doesn't go off in 5 minutes, but it's still polyurethane glue, and at the end of the day, the walls and the roof will be on and the floor will be absolutely fine. So whether you use Aga Protect glue, which they said they're going to send me some, and we'll see how that goes, or whether you use polyurethane 5-minute glue, it's up to you. Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to build the front wall, we're going to build the back wall, we're going to OSB it, we're going to put breathable membrane on it, and we're going to put the slate battens on, we're going to stick it up and get out of the way. We're going to do the 2 side walls as well, and get the front wall up, get the walls up. We'll show you how we're going to sheet them up as well, and rack them and get them right. And then we'll pop the roof on. But we've measured the back wall. We've put 2 lengths of 4x2. It's 4x2 CLS. They've marked 400 centres there. They've put the 2 timbers together. He's marked his 400 centres. He will now separate them and he'll put his uprights in. We're going to use this Milwaukee first fix nail gun with 90mm nails. We've got 2 of them on the go today. There's another one there, look. There you go. We've sort of opted for them just because it's quite cold now and the passlord don't work so well when it's freezing. Although it's not freezing today, but there you go. So there you go. He's going to put 3 nails in each leg, top and bottom. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to put the OSB on, and what we're going to do is we're going to square the wall with the OSB. So what Amy will do now, she'll get the corner. So she'll get the corner dead right.
To me, tiny bit.
Adam will fix that then. He's going to use a 63mm nail. Yep. He's not engaged the battery. He's new. Well, he's not new. He just doesn't know how to do stuff. Right, Adam down here. What he's going to do then, he's going to get the long length right first. We'll get that bang on down there. Adam, nail it. Yep. Adam, the length, mate. The length, Adam, not the bottom. The length, the length.
Right.
Right, now the top. You need to jump off it.
Right, this needs to be not...
Matthew, move feet. Right, so what to do now? 1 minute, wait till she's ready. You go over there, look and nail over there where she is.
Yes, spot on there.
Right. And then that means that frame is square with the manufactured square board. We do that all the way along, and then the wall will stand up and it will be plumb and square. We've already pre-marked these at 400s. So he's going to go down and nail them now. We've already put a line there and all for the bottom so that we don't fire through, which will impede the wall. What you don't want is a nail sticking out of there, which the wall is then going to sit on. Just have a look if there is any sticking out. There isn't, because you don't want any nails sticking out of there, because then when the wall sticks up, it'll stick on the nail. Same again now. Second sheet's going in. What they'll do now is get the top dead right. They'll then go down the line and get the line right.
Yeah, I'm tight here.
And once the line is right down the length, then you can adjust the top. You can see what Amy's doing there. Look, she's going to get that so it's dead right, and then the wall will be perfectly square. Then they can nail that.
Yeah.
Right, do we need to put middle there?
Right, so what we're going to do now when they've finished nailing them boards, we're going to put this breathable membrane over the wall. Amy, are we cutting that flush or what do we do on this one? Do we let it hang over? I can't remember. Right, so we're going to let it overhang so we can wrap it round the other wall when the other wall's on. Adam, you got the little one as well? What we'll do, we'll wait till that wall's perfectly square.
Hold it, I'll push it to you. That's it.
We've got 2 rolls of membrane, one little one, one big one, and we're going to roll them across now. The reason why there's so many people on this job is because we're sort of doing like a training, and we've got a small teeny break of COVID outbreak, so we've had to pull everybody to one job today. Right, go on, pull over. Right, have you got slate, lads? Right, so the membrane, we're going to let that hang over 100mm. What we're going to do then is... got these slate battens on. What we'll do, Sean, run round here. We're going to hold that tight to the top there. Amy will locate where the nails are at the bottom, and then somebody will go down and nail it.
Perfect. Just remember all to come out the air.
You good on that one, Amy? Are you good on that one?
Yeah.
Adam, Matthew, you're going to have to move your feet in the wrong place there completely.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam, go for it. So, we're going to put these slate battens on, we're going to double batten it. Amy, keep going.
Yeah.
What we're doing, we're looking for the timbers so that we can nail the slate battens into the timber. Go on then, mate, it's fine, it's fine. Right, so there's them on. What we're going to do, we're going to counter batten it. We're going to send them across horizontally as well. How about we going bigger, Amy? What do we do?
Right, go over the width of, so you want your
Double slate lat, single slate lat, double?
double and your
50
11
mil, 50
so
mil, 61 mil. So 3,175 plus 61 is, Adam, the maths is on you. 3,175 plus 61.
3,200
Adam, 61 over there, what is it? Put on 61.
37.
Yeah. 3,238. That could be a close mill. 6. So what we'll do, we'll put these on horizontally for when the wall stood up, and then the metal cladding will go on that. We'll drop that one there 6 inches up, and then we'll put them 400 spacers all the way up there. Okay, so we've got 6 battens. Have you got a 61 mil spacer? We've got 61 down at the bottom, and to the guy who says he can't stand the sound of my voice, don't watch my YouTube. Simple as that. 61 spacer. So what we're going to do, let the end of the slate lat hang over 61 mil, so that when this wall goes on, by the time we've got double slate lat on there and OSB, it will all butt up nicely and create a nice corner.
I'm on my mark there.
Right, so they've come up 6 inches. What they're doing now, Amy's hanging it over 61 mil, which will allow it to, when we clad this side, it will go over. They've cut 400 spacers there as well. What they'll do now, they'll fire down and put a spacer there. Where's next 400 spacer? So the idea behind double battening is to allow the cladding on the back to breathe, but we'll put metal cladding, so it's not actually necessary on this, but if you were putting timber cladding on, it would. Like I say, we wouldn't normally have this many people on the job, but we're sort of training as well as moving around because we've got different jobs going. Piece of CLS, please, little offcut. Amy, what are you doing? What are you dropping with your top one, CLS?
Thickness is the CLS.
Just a little piece. Like that? Or is that like that?
But actually, because it's metal, do it like that, because obviously it's harder to get up.
Right, yeah, okay.
Let me just put that.
1 minute. I'll throw you this piece, Ash. There you go.
One in there.
So that wall is now fixed and ready to go. What we're going to do now, we're going to stand it up in place and it will be plumb because we've already squared it. If Sean runs down there, he'll see Amy's going to let the OSB hang over the side of the 4x2 if he gets down. Okay, so you can see it's hanging over. What we're going to do now, we're going to stand it up, drop it down. And is there any nails sticking out before we lift it up? Up. Right, we don't want the nail sticking out because it will lift the wall off. So we'll push that there. There we go, it's on. We're going to push it into place now and bang it back. Right, so we will then nail it to the floor. Does somebody want to throw a level on that wall? So that's completely nailed to the floor then, and because we squared the wall, then that wall then should be plumb. So the back wall's up now. We've secured that to the floor, so it's not going to go anywhere. What we're going to do now, we're going to build the left wall and the right wall and get them up, and then we'll put our front wall in, which will have our door and our window opening in, and then we're going to drop on the roof. So same as that before, what we'll do, we'll cut the 2 lengths of timber, we'll mark the 400s on it, we'll split them, and then we'll put our uprights in and nail them all on. We'll OSB it, we'll breathable membrane it, and we'll put slate lats on it. Right, so what he's doing now, he's dragging his tape along, he's marking them at 400 centres. That will allow the plaster boards to sit on there, because that's what you want to fix them at. Not 600 centres like some companies are using, you want to be 400 centres. Provide strength and rigidity. We haven't put our rows and noggins in because it's a lot easier to put them in afterwards. Right, Milwaukee versus passlord. Passlord, almost maybe, I don't know, 2/3 the weight maybe? Yeah, that's heavy, but it's a beast, it never ever lets you down. That one's not so heavy, it's versatile, but it don't work 12 months of the year. If it's freezing or slightly above freezing, it ain't gonna work. Because the gas freezes, I don't understand why they haven't put some kind of thermal blanket in there, which that runs off the battery or harvests energy off the explosion in there, which keeps the gas warm. Maybe it's an idea, or maybe they don't do it that way. Why they're not on board with these nailers, I don't know. But if you're going to buy one of these, I'd definitely opt for one of these and not these, because they don't work 12 months of the year and they'll let you down. So passlord, if you're watching, you might want to send us one that does work. Milwaukee, if you're watching, I'm going to invest in some more of these, and we'll be interested if you would want to send us some. Oh, Milwaukee can't keep up! Watch that fella. Now we'll go that way. Yeah? So, obviously too many people on the job, but we don't really have a choice sometimes. Obviously training, they need to come out with us and do it the way that we're going to do it. Normally there'd be a bit more room than this, but it's always easier to build the walls on the floor, stand them up, slot them into place and then fix them. We're good to go then. Like I say, less people and a bit more room would be a lot better, but it is where it is today. If you're interested in some build packs, I've got build packs for sale at localgardenrooms.com. 13 different sizes, £96. It will save you all the hassle. Regarding the drill bits the guy sent us, they were a waste of time. Anybody else got any drill bits that don't break? Get in touch and send them, please. Can we send the bottom? Give the. That's it, you're good.
Happy there?
Yeah. Right, so we're going round now, we're putting a row of noggins in, and then this space in here from there to there is 900, which is the width of 2 cavity bats. They're 450, 2 450s and 900, so we'll be able to put 2 cuts in there and then infill that bit as well. They're going to start getting these walls insulated while we create the opening. There's a single door and a single window in this. It's just a little 3 metre square office that he's going to have. We're going to have an 800 wide door over here, glazed door that opens out that way, and the window over there, which is top hung. Can we move? The reason why I'm leaving 820 on the opening, the door's 800, but just in case there's any racking in it, then we can still plumb the door up. 20mm clearance will allow you to plumb it. Do some videos of him cutting wood and stuff, you know what I mean? B-roll. John. Did you see his face then? So what I'm doing now, I'm creating the window opening. There's a 600 window again. I'm going to leave 620 opening, so the window's going to go there. We're spacing it 200 from that side, so it mirrors that finish of that door over there. But of course, we still want us 400 centres. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark 400 in there, but not on there, because that's the top, and it'll only confuse them when they put the timbers in. That one there is 800, so that'll have a double one in. That's 12, 16. And what we'll do, we'll put a double timber there and there, which will carry the double 5x2, which we're going to put over the door for a head frame. I don't know if any of you are using them now. Sean absolutely rates them, but the downside to these pencils is they don't stick behind your ear. Right, so what I've done, we put the side walls up, we put the back wall up, and what I've done, we've stitched it into that, which means we've sent screws and nails through into that, which ties that wall into that. Amy's now going to put a string line on there and square that through. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to pop a few screws in. Pop a few screws in there as well. What I'm doing now is put some props in there, some 45-degree props. We'll take the sag out of that wall, take the bounce out of it, we'll rack it, get it straight. Like I said this morning, it's going to be fast. How my brain works. This is how I prefer to work. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes they go right. Amy is putting a string line on there. What she's going to do, she's going to pull it tight across the front. She'll put a block of the same dimension in each end, and then you'll use a third block so that we can get that wall so it's dead straight and runs true and through. What I'm doing now, I'm putting a brace in. It's got a 45-degree cut on each end. What Matthew will do, he will tell me when it's perfectly plumb and I will screw it to the floor. Everybody be quiet and still, please. There? Yep. You sure? Yep. We still good? Yep. Yeah, perfect. We'll put another one in over on this side as well. Adam, let's have it. Come on. Thank you. This will stop the building from racking. Stop people getting in and out of the building. I'm all in, bud. There's no talking about that, Adam.
We're checking the height.
Yeah. Loads. Built one over at neighbour's fence, but we're literally on top of the fence, and he come out, he complained, it was my fault, so I had to give him 100 quid.
Why?
Because he says, I'd have to alter the roof otherwise. He said, I can't get my fence panel out. I says, well, if you want, I'll move your fence post and just lose like 4 inch of garden, just at a kink. And he won't have none of it. I says, well, how about 100 quid? And he went, sound. Right, we just recorded all that. Okay, right. So normally, can I have a hammer, Amy? Can I have a hammer, Amy, please? Right, so normally, what we would do, health and safety boys will be on me now. Right, normally what we'd do, we'd put steel above our bifold doors, but we're not having bifold doors, we're having a singular door, so we're not worried about that. What we're going to do, we're going to put a double timber over it, so we're going to put 5x2s, bolt them together, span them across there, that will then carry our roof as well. This is the 5x2 lintel that we've now created. We've fixed it with nails, we've put coach bolts every 400, they've been bolted in, so it's a good solid piece of timber which will span over the door, span over the windows and carry the roof. So what we'll do, we'll fix that into place and then we're going to get the roof on really quickly before we go home. So what we'll do now, I'll fix them. I'll fix them at both ends and then what we'll do, we'll make sure our doorway is fixed parallel. Can I get past there, Adam? Cheers. Which it is. On now, they are 5x2. We're going to start there at the edge and then we're going to drop some timber in there which will then carry the plasterboard. I've showed you how to do that loads of times. We've crowned the timber, which means any curve in the timber is going to the top. Adam, can you come over here and nail this, please? Spike it straight through there. Have I got a 400? Which way it's going. I'm going to crown the timber, which means I'm going to put the crown to the top so we don't have a pit in our roof which will well up with water. I've got my spacer there at the front, which is fine. Get that one right. Emma! Yep. That was a cross between Amy and Adam. Emma! Right, so what we're going to do now, we've got his timbers in for his roof. There's his rafters. We've got 400 spacings in there. We're now going to drop on this 5x2 front trimmer, put it straight across the front there. And we'll do the same at the back. We'll put side trimmers in. Adam and Ash are fixing the trimmers to the walls over there. I've showed you how to do them before. We're putting this OSB-free roofing boards on. We're going to fix it with the 5-minute polyurethane glue. We're going to put the 63mm ring cut nails in. You can see little ring cuts on there. They hold the roof down nice and tight. And we're going to use the Milwaukees, which we are definitely moving across to. So we'll get this boarded, we'll get some biscuit over it, and that'll be us for the day. So we've nearly finished the roof now with 18mm OSB-free roofing boards using the Milwaukee First Fix nail guns. They're gasless, they're awesome but heavy. We've got it on bump mode at the moment. Means nails that are ridiculous. It nails at a ridiculously fast speed, which is what it's all about for us. Right, so what we've done, we've got our base in, we've used 4x3, it's treated, we've dropped it down on the rods onto the shoes, we've cut the shoes off, we've put 4x2 treated timber on there, we've put 100mm fallback insulation, we've put 22mm Egger Protect on the floor. We've then built our walls out of 4x2 CLS, we've clad them with OSB, we've put a breathable membrane on them, we've also put double battens on them as well. We've done the front, we've created the door and the window opening, we've put OSB-free roofing boards on the roof, we've put polyurethane glue, we've joined them, we've fixed them down with 63mm nails, 3mm nails. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to get 2 layers of visqueen over the roof because we won't get it rubbered today to protect it from the rain because you need to keep your OSB free dry. So if you keep watching this, Amy will be back on this possibly tomorrow if we can get the rubber roof here in time. If not, just keep watching and you'll see an updated version of this job. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. Thank you.